Good morning, everybody. Thank you, MEP Ward, for hosting such a timely and interesting debate. It's also my first time at the European Parliament, and as a British citizen, I sincerely hope it's not my last. As a member of the show, I'm very glad to participate also, so thank you very much, Artie, for organising this. Avanti Communications is a satellite communications company deploying high-speed, robust broadband to anywhere in EMEA where you can see the sky, via our satellites in orbit and via our VSATs on the ground. Recent technological advances and an explosion in capacity will enable space-based technologies to play a crucial role in connecting the other 4 billion citizens, unconnected people, and meeting the SDGs supporting sustainable digital for development. The 2030 Agenda for Digital for Development recognises the great potential of global connectivity to spur human progress. It challenges us to ensure universal and affordable internet for all. The EU strategy to mainstream digitalisation into development policy will make connectivity as an enabler for ICT in education, health, finance and agriculture. I genuinely believe that this will lead to the greatest impact ever in rural development and poverty alleviation through innovation and job creation in development policy. Satellite connectivity is already deployed today in the most marginalised and rural areas in Africa, and I see it with my own eyes. It makes a significant difference. I run several projects in East Africa. Being connected to the internet accelerates development and advances huge leaps in wealth creation for entrepreneurial citizens, of which most are. If you're living hand to mouth, you need to think daily about how you're going to earn as little or as much as $2 a day. It also reduces migration, thus reducing significantly the horrors we've seen in Libya with regards to the sale of humans as slaves, giving opportunities to citizens at home and in their communities. A child in Botswana or Burkina Faso should have the right to the same access to content and innovation in a globally connected world as a child in Brussels or Berlin. Satellite technologies enable this and provide high-quality platforms necessary for the creation of digital natives who can use connectivity for creative human development, value-added commerce and economic growth, alleviating poverty and improving living conditions for all. The EU strategy will help achieve the UN's SDGs and bridge barriers. To our partners here, we work with many terrestrial communication companies, delivering backhaul through mobile cell sites. Avanti Communications is not necessarily a brand per se. We work in the background, delivering the technology in some of the hardest places to reach in Africa. To all of you here, I'm guessing most people don't even know that we deliver satellite connectivity also within the EU. In Cornwall, which is still part of the EU, Germany and Spain, there should be, but there isn't, broadband for all, even in Europe. We help bridge that divide within the European Union, as well as Africa, between those who have connectivity and those that currently don't. But in development space and in EU policy, I argue, with evidence that was spoken about today, of a 1.2% increase in GDP, connectivity accelerates prosperity, improving human rights by delivering better gender balance and empowering women and greater transparency. I see this in Kenya, where Avanti delivers iMalango, a very successful government-backed consortium delivering an educational intervention supporting 165,000 marginalised primary school girls in 250 schools. I see this in Tanzania, where I run a similar project with an educational intervention of 200,000 children with our project called iKnowledge. Avanti leads a consortium of best-of-field partners, which deliver, as I referred to as the 5 Cs. I've already mentioned connectivity, which is the enabler which allows for the greatest impact in rural development, innovation and job creation. But there are 4 further Cs. We deliver capacity training, so teachers receive proper ICT training on an ongoing basis. This is vital, and if you don't keep on top of it, the project more than likely fails. Ongoing capacity training embeds the intervention through training the trainer intervention, so knowledge can be embedded in the community fully. We also deliver the hardware, the computers to help promote the smart educational development process. ICT being the cornerstone of an intelligent society which helps boost a digital economy. On those computers, with the connectivity, we deliver the best-of-breed content, normally in literacy, numeracy and life skills, but also science, localized for the specific country we are deploying. So for Project Imalango, it was KICD, the Kenyan Institute of Curriculum Development, where we took brilliant English educational content, mostly winners of the BET Awards, and localized it by up to 12% for the Kenyan curriculum. The above 4 C's of connectivity, capacity training, computers and content all have to be delivered in context, which is critical. So you need to understand the country and its people, all in context. That's the 5 C's, but there's an S at the end of that, which is important not to forget, and that's sustainability, which I alluded to earlier. It's a critical element in the process of international development and deployment. When the money runs out, there needs to be a source of local income generation and sustainability, almost as it were a microeconomy. So not only are we delivering a networked ICT lab, but we also install community-enabled Wi-Fi, enabling the school to sell Wi-Fi to the surrounding community, thus reducing the cost of the connectivity. It's hoped over a 3-year period, a school might be able to receive 40 gigabytes of data, normally costing $100 a month, for free in perpetuity, if it sells to the community $200 a month. We have examples of this working both in Tanzania and Kenya in year 2, so we're quite confident it's going to work over the medium to long term. All of this bridges the digital divide. It deploys connectivity to those who haven't had it before. It enables people who are living in the Stone Age to be brought genuinely into the 21st century. Crucially, it delivers sustainable development. We know this is impactful, valued and a credible project, not least because we have secured a second round of funding for a further 4 years from DFID to continue our work to deliver massive intervention and high educational impact because of connectivity. To date, DFID have invested over £20 million in connecting Imalango projects, leading to many thousands of less marginalised girls, better gender balance and better futures. Because anyone who knows Africa knows in the majority of cases, women do most of the work. Project Imalango has achieved a number of positive impacts and communities positive impacts for schools and communities in rural Kenya, improving maths and literacy attainment of marginalised schoolgirls in rural settings and also their attendance. We've also supported teachers in their approach to whole class and individual learning through ongoing ICT capacity training. We've developed the life skills of children and shared information on such diverse subjects as hygiene, sanitation for girls, self-advocacy, relationships and social etiquette. The enabler of Imalango is satellite connectivity. An internet connection is able to deliver content to any school, anytime, anywhere. The secondary benefit of this model is the advancement of community Wi-Fi as schools become connected and communities. We have connected communities delivering sustainable internet access, creating ownership of equipment and in perpetuity free school Wi-Fi. Thank you.